Yo, what up? It's another video, another podcast, Verdes Exotics. Got my boy Moreno, AKA Jordan. Stay tuned.
What's up, bro?
Appreciate you.
Nice to meet you.
Fucking, we got a championship. My boy won championship. What was it, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was actually fighting for the WBC Continental, but they scored a draw, which a lot of people did. I felt like it wasn't a draw. But wow, hopefully we get the rematch soon. That's what we're looking for.
That's dope. And you won this one that day, right?
Nah, this
Not
one.
that day, but the
this one I got this one last year. Both these belts I actually won them last year. So this is the Arizona State champion.
You were going for one, right?
Yeah, I was going for his.
Okay.
So this belt actually qualified me to fight for that belt.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean? It's organized by the WBC. This one's organized by the WBC also. So I mean, I was just trying to shoot for better and higher, and that's all it was. But
That's dope. And what made you want to start boxing or what was it?
I grew up in the streets, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, hanging around the neighborhood. And my aunt and them, my brothers, were boxing at the time. So I was fighting a lot in the streets. I mean, you got my boy Tony, of course. He'll tell you the same thing. You know, I was always street fighting. We got into a lot of fights in the streets. And then my mom just seen I was always getting into trouble, so she was all like, instead of fighting in the streets for free, get in the gym and get paid for it. So that's pretty much all it was.
That's dope. And how long have you been doing this since?
I've been boxing for roughly 10 years now, going 10 years and continuing still. So I mean, I started when I was 13. I'm already 23 now. So.
Okay, that's dope. And what's one of your goals that you want to accomplish?
Well, I want to fight a world champion by the end of the year, which is of course Inoue. He has all the belts at 122. He's undisputed. So that's my main goal. That's my target for the end of the year. That's one of my biggest goals right now. And make sure I win for sure.
That's dope. And what's one of the boxers or what's one of the someone you look up to? Do you have a favorite or?
I mean, of all times, of course, to me it was always Mike Tyson and Prince Nassim Ahmed.
Okay.
So those were my always favorite fighters overall. But as of right now, shit, actually a good question. I don't know who I look up to be honest right now. I could say I look up to myself now.
That's good, bro. That's good. What is something you want set for yourself as in a goal, but maybe for training, or maybe set up a goal for your family as well, or
I mean, yeah, just give my goal for my family is just to give them the best life possible, you know.
Yeah.
Give them a life that I never had, you know. I struggled as a kid. We didn't have money. We didn't have much. So the one thing I could say is I don't want to see them ever. The thing is for me is I don't want them to be able to ask for something and I'll be like, I don't got it, you know.
Okay.
I want to be able to be like, hey, ahí está, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's
there.
Good. Yeah, I have a daughter myself, bro, and me being I'm 22, but me being a dad at a young age when I was 19, 18 when I found out, it's just it's different because now you don't just think for yourself, you have to think for them as well.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. I mean, that is true, you know what I mean? You never think about it like that until you really have a kid, you know?
Because people I don't know, people tell you oh, you have a kid, this and that, and they think it's so crazy, but to be honest, it's just part of life.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you know, everybody, it's a cycle, you know, it's always going to repeat the cycle. Yeah. Your kids are going to have kids eventually, so I mean, it's always like that. I mean, sometimes it's just surprisingly, some people don't have kids.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy, some people don't, but I mean, yeah, so I had my first daughter when I was 16, when I had Birdie turn 16.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I was a young dad, and I was still young, I mean, I was hard-headed a little bit still at the time, so I didn't really think much, you know, until, little situations happen, you know, and that's actually what changed me and opened my eyes and be like, I gotta be here for her, if not, then I'm gonna just end up dead for real.
Yeah, that's good, bro. What do you do, how do you mentally practice for a fight, mentally,
mentally, to be honest, you just gotta get away from distractions, which is either women, friends, family sometimes even, to be honest. And you just gotta lock in, you gotta close yourself. If you're in jail, you know, you come, you train, you work, go home, rest, eat, and that's all you do. You repeat every day. Early in the morning, you up, running, lifting weights, or whatever your routine is, and you still come to the gym throughout the day. So that's how I really mentally prepare myself. I try to stay off the social media more. And I just push my family away a little bit, you know, the last time was 2 months. I was in camp for 2 months, so I couldn't really talk to him for like 2 months almost. I would mostly like FaceTime him or like call him here and there.
When you have a little bit of
Yeah, a
breaks
little bit
or
of
whatever.
time. Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it was like my team wanted to take my phone away for 2 months, you know, so I wasn't gonna get a hold of nobody. And my grandma, my grandpa, they're the ones I love the most. I don't even visit them for the same thing because I'm too locked in. And when I do pop out, it's like, damn, like, it's been a while, you know, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, so I know sometimes you gotta like sacrifice some things to reach some of your goals or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. You gotta make sacrifices. You know, I mean, as a kid, like I said, I was only 13 when I started. I started doing amateurs. I wasn't around as much because I was either traveling or trying to travel, and then I was still preparing for fights here and there. And like, you got to. I mean, in order to succeed, you gotta let certain people go. And even if they're like your closest people, to be honest, you know.
What about for camp? I know you said you were in camp. How does that work? So you were like in training for like a couple hours, or you were there the whole day training, or how was that?
How that works? Mostly it's just like you do your daily routine. Like I said, you wake up, you go run your little 6 miles or whatever you certain people push. You know, you still do your weights, like I said, throughout the day. So say you wake up, you go run, you get home, eat breakfast, get a little bit of rest, wake up, you go do weights, get back home, eat, rest, and you come to the boxing gym. Once you're done here, I train for like 3 hours, and then I go back home, done. That's one day, you feel me, and I rest, whatever. So that's Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sundays is different. Saturday we do mostly explosive workouts in the morning, runs, whatever, but we put our body through hell for like a good 2 hours, just busting our ass. And then Sundays mostly mountain work, so like nothing but, you know what I mean? That's our camp. I mean, some people have them out of state, like they go up like north or somewhere where it's higher elevation, you know, to prepare, and they're away from their family, away from the city, and which is actually good, to be honest. But me, so far, I mean, I've always had them here. You just don't, you have no relations. You don't go out. You don't do nothing. Yeah, so you can't even go out to eat at Gusto.
Yeah, I can imagine. So we're getting back. How do you prepare yourself, like before a fight, like a day before, or
like mentally or just in general?
Just in general, like do you practice for like a certain amount of hours, or like what's your routine a day before a fight?
Mostly just, I mean that's what the camp's for, you know. That's what you know what I mean, you're learning, you're sparring, you're having your repetitions on what you got to learn or the fighter you're going against. So mostly the day before the fight is just mostly, you know, you relax, you just kick back, you know, you gotta let your body rest, because I mean, you drain your body out, you dehydrate to make weight sometimes. So once you do that, I mean, that takes a big ass toll on your body. A lot of people might not believe it really does. And like I said, after that you just gotta rest, and once you rehydrate and everything, you really feel it, like your body's just tired. So you just want to stay in, relax, rest. Next day, early in the morning, get some breakfast again, and just rest for fight day until the time clicks.
Okay. And yeah. I remember you said you grew up kind of like in the streets a little bit. So where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up right here by 27th Street and Roosevelt 32nd, around there.
Okay.
So yeah, I grew up right on the east side of Phoenix.
So you've been here your whole life? You were born and raised here?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. So especially on the east side, I think the hospital was I born in the one here on fucking I think it's 12th Street. The band is there. Okay. So I was born there, you know, and then just.
I was born in the Maricopa that they took off from
right
there that you were
man, I was mad as hell when they took that off, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I grew up in Roosevelt, so I mean it's right down the street from there. So my brother was actually born there too. So.
Word.
Yeah.
So you said you're 23?
Yeah, 23 years old.
When's your birthday?
It just passed January 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just 23.
And that's good, bro. You said you've been doing it for like 10 years now?
10 years.
That's good. That's a while already.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you were like, I want to like aim for pro instead of, because I know you like to fight or whatever. Maybe you were seeing it for fun, but now you see it as a sport, as a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, nobody knew this, but I actually have another coach here. His name is Jorge Dominguez. He's a strength and conditioning coach. I was actually gonna go pro when I was 15, 16, but nobody knew. I never told nobody, but I wanted to because I was struggling. Like I said, I needed money. I was like, I'm gonna just go pro. They pay me in Mexico, whatever it is. I don't care. It's $40. Like I'm gonna just fight. So that was my main thing to get going with that. But I was still too young. So actually, when I had asked them, I think it was all God's timing. You know, I stopped boxing for a little bit because I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I ended up working 2 jobs. And then when I was like, hey, I need to start going pro, I think I was 17, about to be 18. But another coach that I have, somehow Frank Echeverria, he's the one that actually told me to wait, that there's no rush. He said, let's just do a couple more amateur fights while you're 18, and then we'll debut you at 19 years old. So that's basically what I did. I just listened to him.
Okay, that's good.
So when I was 19 is when I went pro, and then when I knew I had to really take it serious was, shit. Probably when I was like 21, when I was like, I gotta take it serious for real, to a different level.
Word. That's nice. What other hobbies do you have besides like boxing?
To be honest, I don't do nothing else.
Nothing?
Nah, I mean, we go hoop, we go play basketball, soccer now. You know, that's now in our routine now. Like it's been like in our routine for like 3 weeks straight. Like we go hoop up every Thursday night and Sunday morning. Sunday night. Matter of fact, we go play soccer. I mean, I played all types of sports when I was growing up. Also, you know, I did soccer, football, basketball, but boxing is the one that mainly stayed with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had to let go of all that. But I mean, that's now basically a hobby, I guess you could say. We just go play around, you know, kick back, have a good time with family, and that's it. Just stay here.
That's good. Is there anything you want to like let us know or like tell us about boxing, or like maybe give some advice to somebody that wants to become a boxer?
Some advice, I mean, to be honest, I mean, with boxing is more like you gotta stay real disciplined. You know, you cannot lag, not one day, not 1 hour. You know, you come in here, you can't really have time to joke around like that. You know, because I tell everybody, like, if you want to be a fighter, there's other people that are raised in it. You know, that are born for it as kids. You know, there's people that, like Shakur Stevenson and all them, you know, they started boxing when they were 4, 5. Those are people that don't know anything else but to fight. So, I mean, if you're trying to come in and think it's a game, it's really not. Like, I tell all these kids here in our gym, like, if you go to Vegas, man, it's a different environment. Like, they could put you with an amateur kid and you're going to see how good they really are. Like, it's just different. So, I mean, there's people out there that are willing to give it their all while you thinking it's all fun and games, and when you try to step in the ring with them, you're gonna get hurt. And a lot of people don't really see it like that, but that's my biggest advice. You want to be a fighter, just know you gotta bring your 110% to train. You gotta be willing to be a student of the game in order to learn and to make progress for sure.
Okay, that's dope. I was gonna say, one of them is like, how do you overcome a fight, like say, or a loss? How do you overcome a loss?
I mean, it's different now, you know, like if it's a pro, I don't know, I've always been the type to, like, if I take a loss, to me it's really whatever. Like, I know a lot of people cry and like they try to like protect their undefeated record. That shit ain't me. It ain't really me, to be honest. Like, if I take a loss, so be it, and guy is better. That's all it is, you know. So, I mean, I said it after my fight when I got a draw. You know, I took many losses in life, so for me to take another one, it ain't really much.
Okay, that's dope. And what do you look for after a fight?
Some food and some, I ain't gonna lie, some food and some nice guys food. You know what I mean? Some bitches, bro, to be honest with you.
And you can, after a fight, you can finally
you can
eat or whatever, like no diet or.
You don't be on the, actually, even after the weigh-ins. So once you're at the weigh-ins, you still gotta eat, like, you gotta eat what your body needs, like your carbs and stuff. So you're able to eat more, like, you know what I mean, a little bit more heavier than what you really do. So like me, I always do pizza.
So it's not like you can't eat like pizzas, burgers, or whatever?
Yeah, I usually do pizza right after weigh-ins, so I do that, a little soda. After the fight, that's where you could really go, like, más a gusto, you know, little chips, candies, whatever you're craving, all of the above. So yeah,
but other than that, you have to hold in the
2 months. You're on a diet for like 2 months, just
locked in and not eating
nothing. I mean, you eat good sized portions, but you just gotta make sure that they're healthy. And then the closer it gets to the fight, you start chopping it down. You start chopping down the fight week. You chop down the carbs, the salt, everything, so your body gets a little weak.
And you do your own like recipes and all that?
Well, when like throughout the whole training camp, yeah. But when it comes down to fight week, I always have my brother Demo Watson. He actually does my meal press for the week. So then he just give me my recipe for that because I'm gonna just eat whatever. To be honest.
That's good. That's good. Shit. You wanna tell us anything else?
Nah, to be honest, nah. I mean, just appreciate your time coming down.
Yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thank you for having us here and letting us do a little video.
Nah, yeah, it's cool, And I said, I appreciate you for coming down and taking the time out of your day to come down.
When is your next
boxing match?
Match.
Well, right now we're shooting for June 13th. I don't know if it might be the rematch or not. As of right now, I got a phone call. They want me to fight a 12-rounder now because I fought a 10-rounder. But it's for a different belt that I think they just haven't gave me an opponent. They haven't gave me what belt, what yet. So we're just waiting for that and just settle down on the negotiations and get ready for fight.
Okay. So you already know, you all heard him. Whenever he gets that opponent, if you guys want to check out that video or that fight, stay tuned. Follow him. It's Moreno on Instagram. And you already know. Stay tuned. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Once again.